Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our December Angels Rest Blessing. Normally, we do this towards the end of the month, but we figured you all would be very busy with your holidays. And so here we are today in this glorious canyon with fresh snowfall and the beautiful cliffs behind us here at Angels Rest. I want to start today with a little story that I heard from a former monk named Jack Cornfield. It was really interesting. It was about a man who was in the field with his son, and a horse wandered up. And he said, "Oh, good fortune, good fortune. We have a horse." And then his son fell off the horse and broke his leg. And he said, "Oh, bad fortune, bad fortune. Why did we find this horse?" And then the army came by, and they couldn't take his son into war. And he said, "Oh, good fortune, good fortune, good fortune." So how do we know? How do we know? And this also applies to affairs of the heart. When we lose a loved one, especially one of our beloved pets, that grief, that terrible gnawing grief, is only equal to the amount of love that we shared for that pet, for that companion. And how do we know what's ahead and what's around the corner? Even though for sure we felt in our hearts that they would just live forever. But we never know what's around the corner, right? And as we love and expand our hearts grow just a little bit more to accept what is right around the corner. So I say we love. We love with abandon. We love deeply, we love truly, and we love these guys and gals to the depths of our heart. And when we release them, we know that we're better for having loved them. I'd like to start off with a little poem called Holding On to Benjamin. No use to tell him that he and the raccoon are brothers. You have your soft ideas about nature. He has others, and they are full of his white teeth and lip that curls sometimes horribly. You love this earnest dog, but you also admire the raccoon. And Lord help you in your place of hope and improbables. To the black masked gray one, run, you say, and just as urgently to the dog, stay. And he won't or he will, depending on more things than I could name. He is sure he's right. And you, so tangled in your mind, are wrong. Though patient and pacific, and you are downcast, and in his eyes, not yours, that are clear and bright.
Hello, my name is Josh, and I'm the manager here at Angels Rest. And at this part of the program, I'd like to read through some of the names of our little ones that we lost here at the sanctuary for this month. In Dogtown, we lost Fanny, Donnie, and Pepe. In Cat World, we lost Thunderstruck, Hanlon, Tsunami, Dickerson, Rachel, Glenna, and Chadwick. In Wild Friends, we lost Wormtail, Tonks, and Lily. And in Horsehaven, we had lost Sid. I would also like to read some of the tributes that were sent in to us. It starts with McKenna, Maggie Fike, Colt and Wesson, Biff, Wyatt, Jet, Beavis, Marshall, Bigfoot, Sammy, Snoopy, and Soil. All of Marceau's fur babies, Saloma and all my fur babies, and K9 Officer Bronco, Baby Girl Bolin, Coco Jackson, Tinker, Callie and Waddles, Angus, Scarlett, Rusty and Joan, Milo Furman, Zoe Papalitis, Kitty Cat, Katie, Robbie and Harley, Skippy, Daisy, and Penny.
Hi, my name is Tyler. I'm a caretaker here at Angel's Rest, and I have a story from Kaylee and Nancy that they wanted to share. Ellie was my dog, Kaylee's best friend for over 10 years. As soon as they met, they were buddies and would go crazy with happiness when they saw each other. Ellie was not only a gorgeous golden retriever, she was gentle, sweet, and beautiful inside. She lived a wonderful life with her parents, Cindy and Mike, for over 14 wonderful years, and especially enjoyed hiking in our beautiful Sedona. She will be greatly missed by all who had the special opportunity to know her. We all love you, Ellie, and will always remember and treasure our time with you. Kaylee and Nancy.
Hi everyone, my name is Jess and I work at Dogtown. I'd like to honor Fanny, Donnie, and Pepe this month. First, I'll read a tribute to Donnie from his caregiver, Dakota. On Thanksgiving, we said goodbye to our dear friend Donnie. Donnie came to the sanctuary only a few months ago from Los Angeles. He had quite the fan club out there and quickly won over his Kanab friends as well. Donnie was an older guy and his legs were full of arthritis, so while he started off in admissions, he got to spend time in one of our offices. He loved golf cart rides, stroller rides, and car rides around the sanctuary. His favorite pastime, though, was dragging whoever would walk him as far as he could get them to go and then completely stalling out and refusing to walk back. It was a fun game that he played. I can't tell you the countless times I would get to work in the morning and there Donnie would be, stalled out in the parking lot with some poor soul, desperately trying to get him to go back. In true Donnie fashion, he spent his final day destroying several beds and being fed Thanksgiving lunch with all of his friends. He quite literally snacked until he could not snack anymore. He passed peacefully with his closest friends, knowing he was well loved. I also wanted to take a minute to honor Fanny, who also lived in our admissions building. She came to us from the Midwest. She was part of a cruelty case where she was not treated very well for a majority of her life, but when she got to the shelter, they really wanted to give her a second chance, and they reached out to us, and she was driven all the way from her shelter here so that she could make a new start at Best Friends. She loved people. She didn't love dogs very much, but that's okay. She loved people, enjoyed going for walks. She loved toys very much. Maybe some would say a little too much. And she really loved destroying them. But we found her favorite toy to be a rubber pineapple. And we collected as many rubber pineapples for her as we could. One of my favorite memories of Fanny and other people's as well is that she was able to go into the Santa's sleigh during Christmas in July, and that's where she first found a pineapple. So we will always remember Fanny with her pineapple and also her resilient spirit because she really was an amazingly sweet dog. The last dog I would like to talk about is Pepe. Pepe was a small Shih Tzu who was believed to be 18 years old. He came to us and was with us for just a very, very brief time. His owner loved him very much, but some circumstances left him unable to keep Pepe. So he put his faith in us and let us take care of Pepe for the last week of his life. And so Pepe was able to come and get a full medical workup and get a grooming and make some human friends. And he made some dog friends too, even if it was just through a baby gate. He was excited to see other dogs. And his owner continued to make him his bison stew that he loved very much and had eaten for like the majority of his life. But unfortunately, Pepe did pass away in his foster home. And we do believe that we were able to help his owner and help Pepe in the final stage of his life and have him live with dignity and pass with love. So while it is very sad, we're very grateful that we could be there for both Pepe and his dad. So just wanted to honor Pepe as well. Thanks.
Hello, I'm Byron, one of the caretakers here at Angel's Rest, and I have a poem by John Donnie I'd like to share called On the Death of the Beloved. Though we need to weep your loss, you dwell in that safe place in our hearts where no storm or night or pain can reach you. Your love was like the dawn, brightening over our lives, awakening beneath the dark a further adventure of color. The sound of your voice found us a new music that brightened everything. Whatever you enfolded in your gaze quickened in the joy of its being. You placed smiles like flowers on the altar of the heart. Your mind always sparkled with wonder at things. Though your days here were brief, your spirit was alive, awake, complete. We look toward each other no longer from the old distance of our names. Now you dwell inside the rhythm of breath, as close to us as we are to ourselves. Though we cannot see you with outward eyes, we know that our soul's gaze is upon your face, smiling back at us from within everything to which we bring our best refinement. Let us not look for you only in memory, where we would grow lonely without you. You would want us to find you in presence, beside us when beauty brightens, when kindness grows, and the music echoes eternal tones. When orchids brighten the earth, darkest winter has turned to spring. May this dark grief flower with hope in every heart that loves you. May you continue to inspire us, to enter each day with a generous heart, to serve the call of courage and love, until we see your beautiful face again in that land where there is no more separation, where all tears will be wiped from our mind, and we will never lose you again.
The angels are busy today. Thank you all so much. What a lovely and wonderful blessing and tribute to all the animals who've opened our hearts, who've given us a few laughs, like a pineapple toy. Who knew a pineapple toy could be someone's favorite? It's all so lovely and so kind, just like everyone here joining us today and you all at home. We appreciate you so very much. I want to wrap us up with a little bit of a serendipitous story of how lives commingle, and the letting go and the opening up allows for more love and light to come in. I want to share a touching story sent by a longtime best friend supporter, Susan and Peter Damus. Yesterday, we placed our dog Riker at Angel's Overlook. We explained to Josh, who is always so compassionate, that upon arrival at the sanctuary last week, we met a white German shepherd named Riker. Fast forward, we're adopting him and taking him home next week. Our deceased Riker was a black and tan German shepherd. Josh gave us a wonderful blessing, uniting the spirits of the two Rikers. We had our new grave. White Riker stuck his nose in the grave and whimpered. So many things aligned in this burial and meeting of a new one with the same name. We can only conclude it was meant to be. With both of them, it was love at first sight. This is what I'm talking about. Yes, it was a tremendous loss, but the heart was opened and more love came in. It doesn't get any better than that. So as we conclude our blessing for the year, I want you to walk forward into the holidays knowing that you're surrounded by people who love and feel the way you do about all the animals that cross our path and how much our hearts can actually hold. My name is Patty Hegwood, and I wish you a wonderful, warm holiday, and I'm sending you a warm hug from me. And I thank you for joining us. And with a little bit of Faith Maloney right here as the bell she gave me, we say goodbye and we usher in that holiday spirit. Much love to you and yours.